does that go back to the, the process? Because back in the August 8th petition, the process is what, the petitioner at that time, NASA, used to punch holes, in the whole electoral process. So are we looking at the same situation that, it's questions about the process of the election?
Yes, I'd like to look into it. I can see maybe 3 or 4-fold differences from the first presidential petition, number one. The first one, of course, he's mentioned on the threshold, which is elections being held in all the 290 constituencies. We know it's a fact that there are some constituencies that voters didn't get to exercise their right. Then, secondly, we'll get to maybe have a good end to some questions that have been through the High Court. Now they're back to the Supreme Court. First of all is on the issue of fresh nominations being held. Yeah. So should fresh nominations being held after annulment of a constitution? You know very well this is uncharted waters, because this was the first time a presidential election was dismissed by the courts. Yes. So this is an issue that maybe we'll have final determination on. Then secondly, there is also an issue to do with the conduct of the elections in the constituencies. Anyway, what I also wanted to talk about in terms of differences, last time they challenged the process in terms of the forms 34A, B, C, the authenticity, were they verifiable? But this time, John Jomwe and Halifa have brought in a new aspect. This is the manual voters in the register. Those not manual voters really, but voters who are identified manually. Through the alphanumeric. So I'd like to maybe simplify this petition to be one that is against Uhuru Kenyatta versus the voter turnout, because in her submissions yesterday in her application for scrutiny, Advocate Juliet Soweto really was, saying there are some instances where turnout exceeded the number of registered voters, and they want to know the exact turnout. So this time round, we'll be introduced to the Form 32A, which is the form that the officials get to sign when a voter is identified via the alphanumeric search. You'll remember very well the turnout kept on changing from 48% to 33%, 28%. So this time round really is not too much into the process. Maybe it's about the numbers in terms of the turnout. So that's why they want an order to scrutinize the data that is in the KIEMS kit, the SD cards, so that they know what was recorded at the close of the polling station to have been the turnout. So was it exemplified? Did they magnify the actual turnout of the voters?
Interesting.
Yes.
All right.